Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. I know I haven't posted videos consistently, so first off, I apologize. I'm starting to get back into it. You guys know how it is. I think for like the last 4 months, I haven't been consistently posting. I've been posting on and off, and certainly not like I used to. You know, like back in the day, I feel like when I say back in the day, we're talking about a few months ago, 4 months ago, let's say. I was posting pretty much at least every other day. And most of the time I was posting every day. But, you know, there was a time years ago where, you know, I was kind of documenting my journey, uploading even 2 videos a day at one point in time. So, you know, things do change. Things, you know, kind of go up and down. But I'm going to try my best to start posting pretty consistently again for you guys. Sometimes it's hard to just get ideas. And one of the things that I wanted to do to kind of reinvigorate my posting and kind of just talk about more stuff is I wanted to be able to show you guys new methods of generating passive income, but also I wanted to start kind of a separate series. So 3 things. So as you guys know, we do stock photography, right? And so this is an account that is completely empty. There's not a single sale. There's not a single piece of art submitted, or image rather. My head is still in print on demand. There's not a single piece of image submitted. This was the exact account that I was using when I was creating the course, kind of show people how to set certain things up, how to do certain things, how to submit images, how to, you know, tag, how to title, etc. And the beautiful thing about all of that was we had a really, really good foundation in the course, and we still do, obviously. You know, all the content's there. We have over 100 videos, over 120 videos, really, in the course. But a lot of this stuff had to do it manually. And we also showed content in there on the AI tools and how beneficial the AI tools are. And you guys have seen through the YouTube channel how many videos we've created around different AI tools, like this video. I mean, we've done a lot. You know, we've done a lot. And for all the people that have been busy at this business, you know, the AI stock photography, I think everybody can hopefully agree. I mean, obviously everybody's a little bit different, but for the people who are automating it with the AI, probably the easiest business currently to get into. Now, with that being said, what I wanted to do was for the new year is I want to run like an experiment, like a 1-year experiment. And I wanted to upload to a brand new account separate from my current accounts. So keep that in mind, separate from my current accounts completely, starting from scratch, an account at $0.00, you know, in terms of sales, and just show how much we can get done, how much we can upload, how much we can generate, you know, and kind of show these different things. For people who are curious to know, one of the things that makes this business a really good one, and it's not just Adobe Stock, but, you know, other ones that are similar, is because I don't actually have to do any marketing here. You know, so in terms of the marketplaces like Adobe Stock, Vecteezy, all these different websites, they are their own marketplace. And so I'm not going to sit there and necessarily take an image and promote it on Instagram or anything like that. You know, that takes a lot of weight off of my shoulders. You know, because marketing is probably the #1 thing that business people have to figure out. You know, how are we going to sit here and market this product? 9 times out of 10, creating the product isn't the hard part. It's the marketing. So this takes a lot of weight off of my shoulders, and probably a lot of weight off of your shoulders as well, if you guys are listening to this who are currently on the journey. And the beautiful thing, like I said, is we like to start journeys and things before the year ends. So today is December 8th. It's 9 p.m. currently. And I'm going to start creating some images for this account, and I'm going to be gradually uploading to it. Now, obviously, I'm going to be constrained to a few things. So if you're familiar with new accounts on Adobe Stock, and really all accounts, is you have these, I guess you could say, thresholds, right? So you guys know that when you upload to a certain account, at first, I think the most you can have submitted at once is 51 images, and especially in the beginning, it takes a while for the images to get approved, and that beginning could last a period of like 2-3 months. So sometimes it could last a week, sometimes it could last a month, sometimes it could be 2 to 3 months. Excuse me, not a week. Erase the week part. I meant a month. It could be 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. So that beginning part is really the slow part. But after that, it gets to be kind of like smooth sailing. You know, I can upload and submit 500 images at once. those 501 images will, get approved or denied, and then I can keep kind of filtering through and keep uploading. So I'm going to try my best to get that going and get that done. And yeah, we're going to work on that. So I'm going to document, my results, my sales, my earnings, and more importantly, my activity. It's not so much about the sales and the earnings, because a lot of people get distracted by that, but it's about really the activity. And you guys will see, it doesn't take me, any more than 2 or 3 minutes to create, essentially 100, 200, 300 images. The reason why I say that is because you guys know the whole AI process, right? I'm not sitting on the computer typing in prompts. I'm not doing any of that. All of that kind of stuff, for the most part, is being created by AI. I literally take the images, go through a process with them, through an upscale process, things like that. And like I said, all this was shown in the course, so I don't need to go too deep into it here. But take the images, go through a process, then I upload them. The uploading literally is just a drag and drop, so that doesn't take any time. And then once they're all uploaded, I have AI that will tag and title the images completely for me. I don't have to sit down, type anything. I don't have to do any of that. After it's typed and titled, you just select which ones you want to submit. It could be a whole page. I might submit at once, 100 images, boom, submit, and then done. And then you just wait for the images to be approved. And then they generate sales over time. And like I said, a lot of people get blinded by the money, and they think that the money is supposed to come right away. You have to realize you're competing with accounts that have 50,000, 100,000 images in their portfolio, and that's kind of an amateur account if you look at things in the grand scheme. Some accounts have over not over a million, but a million different images uploaded onto their portfolio. That's a lot, guys. That's a lot of content, a lot of different images. And so what I'm going to do, like I said, if everything goes well, if I really get into this, I'm planning to start before January 1st. I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to do this, but I'm going to get into it, hopefully. Unless something wild happens and the account gets banned or something like that, but ideally I'm going to do this. So hopefully I'm going to do this. Like I said, the only thing I feel like that would really deter me is if the account gets banned. I highly doubt that's going to happen. Everything should be A-okay. But what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to submit the images, going to do all that. And then we're going to get the sales and the downloads over time. Keep in mind, something that I've been, kind of talking about for a very long time is what you want to do is you want to stack up these, I guess you can call them side hustling. In fact, a little like, I guess you could say phrase that you could say is, side hustling is my main hustle. If you have a bunch of stores, you have a bunch of products you're selling, a bunch of different things you're doing, that's a main hustle. I mean, it takes a lot of time out of the day. So that's kind of out of the way. I kind of explained this whole Adobe stock kind of thing that I'm going to be running, and I'm going to be showing this experiment throughout the year. Some of the content that will be much more exclusive, like showing exactly what images I'm uploading, I'm going to be showing in the membership on the YouTube. So if you look here, there are some videos that say members only. Those are the certain types of members groups that are going to see certain videos around what images I'm actually uploading, how I'm upscaling. These are things that I shown in the course, obviously, but these are also things that you guys will see of how I'm doing it at that moment. It's not going to be perfect all the time, It's not going to be A1 all the time. It's just getting the job done, I say this all the time, but upload as much as you can. Things don't have to be perfect all the time. Just get the job done. But anyways, so that's going to be one part. The next thing I kind of wanted to talk about here is another kind of side hustle that I want to kind of introduce to you guys that you guys can get ready for, that I'm going to teach, is teaching you guys how to sell different products, specifically digital products. A lot of the times, everybody listening to this, come from all walks of life, and they have some experience in something. It could be, walking dogs, or maybe dog training, right? It could be having a great dog walking business. It could be being a power washer. It could be fixing washing machines. Some of you guys have experiences in random things that you're skilled at that other people cannot do. And one of the best ways to make money is teaching people, right, about things that other people don't know that they're interested in. And truthfully, there's a demand for everything. So to give you guys an example, what do I teach here? I show you guys how to use AI tools to create stock photography business, right? And automate it. That's something I've been teaching. Well, you guys can do the same thing with things that you're an expert on. And there's a way to kind of craft everything, put everything together, and I feel like I'm going to create a series around that as well. I do want to create some content teaching people how to create digital products, how to sell them, and specifically ebooks. Ebooks have helped me out a lot in my past, because the thing about that's special about ebooks is a lot of you guys know me through YouTube, right? You watch my videos, you hear my voice, and you see the content that I push. And sometimes you guys might buy courses and things like that. But there's a lot of people who don't want to be on a camera. They don't want their voice on a camera. They don't want that kind of attention. And they don't want to actually have to worry about that setup. You know, some people might find it awkward recording their voice in their house. I know how crazy it might sound, but some people might find that weird. And that's cool. Everybody has a different approach to things. And so what I kind of want to talk about here is ebooks. There's a huge market for ebooks. I sell many ebooks, and I sell many every single day. And the reason why I sell so many is because, I don't know if you guys know this, but my main thing that I do on a day-to-day basis, the thing that I've been doing for about the past 8 years now, is I have these websites online, websites around random topics. We're talking about websites around mental health, around psychology, around neurochemistry, websites around steroids, as in like testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, things like that. Websites that have articles on, being an expat, living overseas, things like that. I even have a website on treadmill reviews. I have a lot of different websites. And what these websites do is they generate traffic. So people will search for something, and the content is so specific, there's really not a YouTube video on it. And so people find my article, it serves their exact need, and they read my article and they take recommendations. And in my articles, I have ebooks that I recommend that I sell to people. So for example, if somebody's trying to move to Paraguay, for example, I have a whole blog created on moving to Paraguay as an American expat, right? And I don't necessarily have to be an expat. I just know about the information, or I hire somebody who knows about it. And even AI helps out with that a lot now. You don't necessarily have to hire somebody. AI can help you craft a really good blog, but people search certain information that's hyper specific to them. They find your blog when you're answering certain questions. So if somebody has a certain question of very certain specific stuff, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but very certain specific questions about a certain topic. Let's just use the topic of moving to Paraguay. Let's use that as an example, as an American expat. They might be asking about the tax structure, or how to submit their tax forms, how to become a tax resident, all kinds of different things. Our blog will answer those questions, and then we'll have a ebook that's like an A through Z guide of what to do once you enter Paraguay, the country. What exactly do you have to do? What bank accounts, what papers, what banks to go to sign up for, all these kind of things. And what is helpful is you could charge much more than a typical ebook price for this kind of thing. Why? Because it's so useful, and it's like a field guide almost. So you could charge $55, $65 for a guide like that. And then, when you charge that kind of price, what happens is it serves two purposes. So in my case, right, there are many people who are reading my blog because they simply don't know, they need information. But number two is they can't afford to hire some sort of lawyer that they're going to pay $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 to do the job for them. In fact, there's this guy on YouTube, I think his name is Nomad Capitalist, and he wanted to kind of leave the US or whatever, and basically I think he spent, just to move his assets over to another country and get paperwork done and residency and things like that, he paid for the service, not for the actual fees that the country charges or anything. He paid for the service over $70,000 for that to get done. And he charges his clients, I've heard, and I don't want to quote exactly because I'm not going to his what he charges private, but there are people who came out and said, listen, he charged me $50,000 to move from XYZ country. And it's kind of like a la carte service kind of business, right? So they actually service people, but there's a group of people who don't have that kind of money or don't want to spend that kind of money to move to a whole different country, and they still want to get everything done and everything set up, and they want to hold the power in their hands. So that's an example of a blog that I own that helps people in that kind of way. So like I said, it serves two purposes: people who can't afford or don't want to pay for expensive lawyers and, services to get the job done, and also people who just simply don't know. They're curious, they want to learn more, and they're trying to go deep into it. And so what I do is I find these niches that really, really, really have a severe demand, a need that really is not easily fulfilled, and it costs a lot of money to fulfill, right? So certain niches like that, and that's one of those niches that are really highly profitable. Another niche is treadmill reviews. So I spoke about this many times before on my YouTube channel in the past, but I have a website that reviews different treadmills, okay? And it explains, like, in very high detail, how to use them, what's good, what's bad, which ones you should go for. And what I do is I get affiliate commissions for the treadmills. I also sell a $100 ebook explaining how to fix treadmills, right? How to fix different treadmills. And actually, there's a lot of people who buy it so that they can go out there and start their treadmill fixing business. So they offer different services online, and they go fix other treadmills. AI has helped a lot. I have a person who writes on that website who's really smart about that kind of stuff. But this is a business that I own, right? I'm not contracting, or excuse me, I'm not, I don't work for anybody on this is a website that I own, and I get paid, right, because of the readers. So that's an example of a digital product business that you can run. And I want to teach people how to do that and how to actually turn articles and written content into money. It's not an easy business, so it's not anything like this. It takes a lot more effort. There's a lot more work to it, and it's definitely something that takes a lot more consistently. And I would definitely consider it in the main hustle kind of category. What I would consider this type of business is a side hustle, but the business that I'm talking about right now is really more of a main hustle. It's not one of those things that you can just, slap together and just wait for success. It's definitely not one of those kind of things. But I will be teaching and showing how to do those kind of things on my YouTube channel. And I'm thinking of creating a website for it, right? But the catch here will be that it's completely free, or it'll be very low entry cost. And the reason why I say low entry cost is people who don't pay for something really don't take the information seriously. So if I create, let's say, a course, I'm not going to charge $100 for it. I might charge $5 or $10. But the difference is it will be a whole entire course in depth, how to do everything step by step in it. Or I might just do it for free. Who knows? We'll see. But the truth is that people who join this website and they think they're going to start one of these businesses, if they don't pay, they're probably not going to take it seriously, and they'll probably never succeed anyway. And that's just the truth. I know that sounds grim. I know that sounds bad. But people just don't value things that they get for free. I mean, that's just the reality. So I might do that. I might not. We'll see what happens. But those are just some ideas of content that I want to bring. I feel like in terms of print on demand, we talked a lot about print on demand. We have over 1,000 videos on this YouTube channel. Am I still going to keep talking about print on demand? Yes. I don't want to say this publicly, but last month was one of my best months ever. I didn't upload a single design. Not to Redbubble, not to TeePublic, not to Zazzle. Across all print on demand, it was literally one of my best months ever. Like one of the record highs. I think it was my highest third month ever in my life with print on demand. Keep in mind, I didn't upload a single design, and I know that sounds kind of crazy for me, and I actually feel kind of guilty saying that I didn't upload a single design, because if you guys know anything about my history or my past, a lot of my older videos, I would talk about how super, super important it was to consistently upload. And back when Redbubble allowed you to do 60 designs a day, I was doing those 60 designs a day. I stuck to the process. I worked very, very hard at it, and I completely committed. I had many stores. I had this whole thing where I was doing 60 designs a day every day for an entire year. It was a commitment that I had, and I didn't break from it. My point is that now I'm getting to the point where things are just paying itself back. I don't necessarily need to go out there and work, but it's taking, I'm taking advantage of it. I don't necessarily need to go out there and create images or designs on print on demand, but I enjoy it. I'm going to get back to it. My point is I haven't uploaded, like I said, a single design, got sales, and very much so. So there are different businesses, there are different things. I still enjoy doing all these kind of things. We did a lot of print on demand type videos. We're still going to do more, of course. We're not going to completely push to the wayside. But, things around like stock photography, for example. I'm sure if I sat down and really, really focused really hard on what videos I could make, I could do it. But across the course and across the free videos on YouTube that I created, just on this channel alone, on stock photography, there's really nothing else you need to see, and I'll just be honest. In terms of requirements, we've shown how to automate things with AI. We've shown how to create thousands and hundreds of images very quickly, and you don't have to sit in front of a computer to get them done. And we were the first channel on the internet to do that. Think about that. Across the whole entire planet Earth, there's only one YouTube website. And on YouTube, the only channel that kind of shows this AI information is our channel. There's no other channel that did that. And it wasn't easy because I had to find the people who create these softwares. I got in contact with them. And shout out to Akif. I'm actually thinking of going to Turkey in the new year to communicate with him and see him in person. And maybe we could come up with some cool ideas for different softwares. And kind of, build some cool stuff out. I would really find that interesting, but that's something that I'm behind the scenes that you guys don't know about. But the point is here is that, it's been a blast. I mean, we did a lot of content around this kind of stuff. So if you haven't seen this kind of content, you can feel free to go back into the YouTube channel. I mean, literally, we have over 1,000 videos on this channel. And finally, the third thing is, I think I'm going to create, and I'm not sure because I do this every year, but I create a Shopify series, and I do this every year, but I don't like to do Shopify the same way every single person does it. I kind of talked about how to do Shopify kind of in a good way, where you have 3 different sources of traffic. A lot of people just only do ads, and then they shut down their business in a month. I mean, and we have playlists, but we have a lot of things, in the future that we can create. But these are just some ideas, some things that I wanted you guys to listen to. And for the people who are members, I created this video called the Emergency Meeting Video, Financial Freedom 2025. A lot of the times, and I'll just give you a quick summary, guys, if you want to be successful for the next year, to actually achieve the success, you need the full year, right? So we only figure out if you're successful or not when the year's over. And if you look back at this year, you can ask yourself, am I truly successful? It's either a yes or no. Don't give yourself this black and white, well, I improved on this and I improved on that. The truth is if you're not growing, you're dying. And if you're not dying, then by definition, you're growing. So ask yourself, look back in the past year, the past 12 months. Are you happy with the way things turned out? Would you have changed something? And if you would have changed something, ask yourself, for the things that you would change, did you come up with a game plan prior to the year started, way before the year started? And did you implement on that game plan before the year started? Part of the reason that I'm even mentioning doing this Adobe stock, kind of challenge for a whole entire year, showing and documenting things, is because I want to start before the year starts, if I actually decide that I'll do it. Also, please keep in mind that I have my own stock photography accounts that takes a ton of effort on a daily basis to work on. And really, it does kind of drain a lot of energy out of me. But the point is that, and the reason, and just real quick, people might be curious, how does it drain energy out of me if everything is being done by AI? Well, we're uploading now in the thousands on a daily basis now. It's a lot of work. We're paying a lot of money for softwares. I'm working with some virtual assistants. So there's a lot to it. It's not as simple as, just make a few clicks. So it's more than a one-man team job. But the point is I don't even know what the point is. But basically, come up with an idea before the year starts. Something you want to stick to, something you can stick to, and something that ideally would be profitable, It shouldn't be too far out of your reach. Like if you told me, hey, I want you to, if I told myself, I want to create a robot that's an AI-powered robot that's going to rival Tesla's real-life robot, that's unrealistic. It's just not going to work. I don't have that kind of capability, that kind of skill. I'm just not going to be able to. So look at something that you can do, something that you can truly get better in, and write it down and believe in it. And the next thing you do is just start working on it every day before the year starts, so you have a kind of a head start. Track every single day like it counts. Track every single week like it counts. and more importantly, track every month like it counts. You only get 12 months out of the year. And hopefully by the time the next year ends, you'll look back and you'll say, okay, I came up with a game plan a month before or 2 weeks before, whatever the date was. I actually played it out, I did it, and it became this profitable, that profitable, So you could do these kind of things, and I'm just giving you guys my kind of game plan for this channel, maybe some of the content that I'll be creating. But yeah, that's kind of as far as it goes. I'll see you guys soon. I will promise to create content more often, that's for sure. And there are some print-on-demand, like I said, videos that I do want to get out of the way because, there's always content I want to create. So I'll see you guys soon. You can depend on that, and I'll talk to you guys soon, all right? Put your comments and your concerns in the comment section down below. I'll be sure to address them. I'll see you soon, all right? I'm back on the YouTube grind, all right? Peace out, bye.